Hello and welcome, esports fans, to this third week of the EGFC Founders Invitational. We'll be playing out 4 prelimination weeks where the founders are competing against each other to earn their seating in the EGFC Founders Invitational, which is a big streamed event happening on January 25th and 26th, leading up to the start of EGFC Season 1. These games will be played in a best-of-5 format over this course of 4 non-consecutive weeks, so if you don't want to miss any of this action, make sure you're going over to Twitch and Twitter. Follow us away at official EGF, spelled just like it is.
Yeah, and today we're starting off with a match between the University of Delaware playing against Marist College, followed up with a match between Canisius College and Niagara University, and finally, closing the show, we have UT Arlington versus RIT.
Yes, sir. I am FBI Tugboat, joined by Navik the man. He is out there producing, he's out there casting, doing crazy stuff and getting it done. Really, yeah, just... I guess to get the analysis started early, these are colleges from really all over the United States of America.
Yeah, no, they really are kind of everywhere and about. And honestly, I'm excited to get this going, right? We're already seeing, oh my goodness, Delaware almost finding the first goal already, right? Off of the backboard, getting ready for it. Tones trying to get it in. It's been a hot second since we casted some Rocket League tug, but I'm excited to get back into the swing of it. Good challenge coming out from Kendall.
Yeah, we have done the Founders before, and we saw a lot of those matches going with points very, very early. That not being the case so far between University of Delaware and Marist College. Nice shot there, attempted follow-up there, not going to happen. University of Delaware now with the pressure on.
Yeah, good challenge coming out there. Positioning coming out from Kendall once again. Really, really well played. The Human L setting him up. Cypher tapping it away. You see Ground here though turning around, trying to get the hit. Gets it. Good contest. Cleared away by Tone here. Tug.
Yeah, nobody's really taken away in this game so far. Like, I'll reiterate my desire to have a counter for time of possession in this Rocket League game. You know, we have lots of other stats that would be nice to have, but I would be willing to bet that it's very, very even. We've seen these long-range defensive shots coming off all the way across midfield and stuff, and nobody has really pulled ahead score-wise or, you know, momentum advantage-wise yet in this first almost minute and a half of the game.
Yeah, and again, like you said, there's no goals being had, but that is going to be goal number 1 coming out for the University of Delaware, right? And that's good. Like a minute and a half into the game, they're going to be able to find their first goal, start to get it, the first goal of the night, and I'm sure there's plenty more to see.
Yeah, Grau there just taking advantage of some really good positioning. That was a Marist College team that was not ready for that rebound, or maybe just not that particular rebound, just given where the ball was gone. So balls like that will be hidden 9 times out of 10 when there's no defender and is placed right there. This is collegiate, for the university level for you guys watching in the UK. I made the mistake of calling a university competition a college competition and was playing for it. Z-Ball with a fantastic block.
That was a good block coming up from Z-Ball. Like you said, the Human out looking to pass it to his teammate. A bit of a fake away. The waterfall comes out, but we do see Marist College managing to save it. The first demolition coming out onto Tone by KJ Kendall.
Look at that forecasted block here by Z-Ball. Literally made his way all the way across. Might get rewarded from this takeaway. Not going to happen. Grau exactly where he was on offense is exactly where he was on defense. Finding value from it through and through, Navik.
Yeah, and now, all right, once again, the University of Delaware finding themselves in that advantage state, looking for the pass from KJ Kendall, or to KJ Kendall. He's once again going to be resetting it up, looking for the bounce. Grau has control, pass it to Human L. Human L not prepared. A bit of miscommunication coming out there, Tug.
Yeah, a little bit surprising, especially how Grau has been. He's been right where he needs to be every single time, and that just, that miscommunication, miscoordination, and lack of, proper prime positioning would have led to University of Delaware scoring their second, but as it is, still just up 1-0, and that is no lead indeed in Rocket League.
At the moment,
oh, nicely done! What a shank there by the Human L. I think this was a Marist College team that was just was prepared to just let this bounce over the side, right?
Well, I think KJ Kendall,
nobody was ready for that one.
KJ Kendall contested there, right? You saw it just at the start of that replay, caught him off, and then, like you said, I think it was just a good reaction for the Human L, managing to completely capitalize on that situation and get his team a further lead.
Yep, two is a lead indeed in Rocket League, I tell you. One can go instantly as long as you have a second left. Teams can tie this up, but that capability is negated once you push that to 2. 1 minute 45 as looking at a University of Delaware team that's felt out Marist College a lot better and is so far able to maintain possession of this ball the vast majority of the past, say, 2 minutes now.
Yeah, no, they have had an incredible ball control here, and we're seeing an opportunity open up for Marist College. Cypher just needs to win, and he does win at that challenge right there. Good pass of reset. Oh no, Zeeble's not ready for it to come pinching out towards him like that, and now, once again, an opportunity is opening up for the University of Delaware.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was an attempted pass or if that was just a good rebound. One way or another, that was University of Delaware finding value on that one, but now back on over, Marist College applying the pressure.
Marist College is in a slight, okay, I was going to say, kind of going back into that midfield, that neutrally sort of back and forth, trying to figure out who's going to get the runaway.
Something I got to point out here, Navik, it looks like the University of Delaware, again, they've maintained possession, so I can't really say this in a bad way, really, but it just seems like they are all playing for ball, and there's not very much time when these University of Delaware players, all three, are not pretty close to this ball. They've gotten good rebounds, they've gotten good defenses. They just are getting from close to this ball to closer, or to farther away very, very quickly, just burning through boosts left and right. Now, they've opted and been able to have boosts when it matters, but just, again, just really playing really close to this ball.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, it's working out for them, though. With a 2-goal lead, you can't really fault their methods, right?
No, really, you can't. This is still a very, very close game. Marist College is allowed for this 2-up. Looks like they might be losing this. 3 seconds to go, and now we have a winner for the first game. This is 2-0, possibly 2-1. The possibility is there. Yeah, okay. University of Delaware, striking first. Best of 5, though, so they got the Marist College. They'll have at least 2 more chances.
Game 1, good to see, though. If we're going to take a look over the stats here, we see Ground with 3 shots onto the goal, 2 saves, 1 goal, no assists coming out. KJ Kendall, like I said, right, I think KJ Kendall was a bit of the MVP that time round, right? He wasn't making the flashes of plays, wasn't setting up for everything, but what he was doing is playing for his team, and I think that's the most important thing that you can be doing in those situations, right? There's no team if you're just trying to hit it into the goal constantly.
Exactly. We've said it before, we'll say it again. Me and Navik are more along the mental faculties that having extremely varied numbers is better than having a player with 3 goals, 6 shots, and then no assists and no saves. Just being an offensive player or just being a defense player on the other side. You want these numbers to be very all over the place, right? You want to have at least a couple, at least a goal or 2, and then even more assists. In an ideal world, at least a save or 2. Obviously, shots come directly from your goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And now,
8. Look at this. University of Delaware with 8 of them. We're only looking at 3 on the other side from Marist, right?
Yeah, and I also believe that we're seeing a substitution. I was just talking about how I think KJ Kendall was doing really, really well, but they've subbed him out for Lego My Ego. Okay,
so maybe, like we were just saying, this is a University of Delaware team, and maybe this is 3 crafting at its worst, honestly. But maybe this is a University of Delaware team that wants a player playing more, of a specific role, more of a defensive player, more of an offensive player, something like that. Don't know, though.
Possibly, I'm unsure, but we're coming into game 2 now, coming up with that kick off. The advantage state seems to have fallen into Marist. So the fake away there, okay, interesting. Decides to go over for the bump.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's interesting. The Tone, I figured Tone would have gone for a more aggressive rotation, try and clear the ball straight into Delaware's goal after getting the bump, but they didn't quite find it. Goal number 1, going to be going to the University of Delaware.
Yeah, not without attempt there by Cypher. He got over in the corner, but just again, the angle of his Rocket League car was such that hit it into the corner, was not able to get that one out. I mention this all the time as well. I love Grau's score animation there at the end, the black, almost like oil black, popping out from the scores from the goal.
Once again, coming off to the kick, only 30 seconds into the game. Tone with a good clear. Lego My Ego, though, playing it patiently, gets it past one of the defenders. Grau looking to follow it up. Gets challenged. The ball goes the opposite direction, managing to alleviate a lot of the pressure coming out onto Marist College.
Yeah, and just like that, teams do it before. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book. If you're not set up, just pop this baby up, either right or left side. You can even do it in front of your goal, just as long as you have players to block once it comes down. It is one of the easiest and most reliable ways to make sure that your opponent will not attempt to score on you in the next 3 seconds or so, and that 3 seconds can be a lifetime in Rocket League.
Yeah, definitely can get that. Gives people a chance to rotate as well, and also gives the defense a chance to consider or the offense a chance to consider maybe they don't want to go for the shot, go for that defensive rotation, get the boost, and kind of reset the whole situation. Go back to neutral, if you will.
That was Grau and the Human L just kind of playing keep away from Tones there for a while. He got several different rebounds, but even through that effort, pressure has been on Marist College for a while. Now Grau coming up top and making sure that this ball does not go back his way.
Yeah, and now once again, okay, Tone getting a good touch there, contested away by the Human L. Grau going after the ball, trying to stop Z-Ball, manages successfully as well.
Nice.
Now in control, going to be pushing it down the lane. Cypher looking to steal it away, doesn't find it as the Human L reacts really, really well.
Yeah, this is a University of Delaware team that has won these individual 50-50s almost every time, I think, and I'm just reporting the news here, man. Marist College has to come forth and like show that prowess in these individual almost like duels, right? Because even with the 3 players, not just duos, those are going to happen all the time, no matter what.
Yeah.
Got to win them. Got to maintain ball possession. University of Delaware up 1-0 now as we're approaching halftime, game 2.
Okay, now coming in. We see the momentum in the side of Marist College. All right, the contest from Grau does benefit them. The Human L, interestingly, there did have the boost to try and get a tap there, try and push it further down the lane, but no, it doesn't.
Yeah,
plays it safe.
I saw that as well. Just kind of like honestly, kind of like opting not to. What I'm going to call that as is good good communication, excuse me, from his teammates, and just saying like don't waste it. We'll play where it lies.
Yeah. No, I definitely was also thinking possibly that being the option there. Or maybe just a mental decision of just going, let's see where this goes, play it out, and then I have the boost. Oh, a bit of a missed opportunity, but Marist College.
See a ball all over it. Trying to, prove that name, get all over this ball, make himself one with it.
Yeah.
It's free value so far. Marist College just really needs an offensive push, and
oh,
that
this could
might
be their
be
opportunity.
it.
Cypher
trying to get in position.
Oh, he couldn't run it down. I don't know if he didn't have the boost. He got the tap there. Tap to Tones. The rotations need to be perfect if they want to get this ball in. But the Human L manages to get it past 1. Are they going to get past 2? Grau contested. The pinch coming out, resetting it into the corner here. The corner play. Lego sees an opportunity, but it gets stolen away by Cypher.
I gotta say, if Z-Ball had not gotten demolished, chances were he was going to be back, or, on the opposite side of the field. As it was, he respawned 1 second later and was able to knock that one in. That was a runaway shot by any measure, by any definition of the phrase. And that's kind of an example where, demolishing an opponent actually comes back to bite you.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, sometimes it does really just backfire that way. And now we see the opportunity. There's Marist College are still down a goal, though. A minute left on the clock. The buzzer coming out.
Super close as we hit 1 minute, like you said. And as I say that, man, Grau, that's a second snake shot on in there. Just absolutely perfecting these angles. That was a great job by Lego Maego. That was not a shot by any means. That was what we call a pass, right?
Yeah. And that worked out very beneficial for Delaware here. Very similar scoreline to what we saw in game 1, right? That 2-0. From Delaware. So Marist College here needing to kind of break out their streak, or they're going to be put into a situation where they need to reverse sweep.
Well, one could say that the scoreline is actually identical to what it was beforehand.
Well,
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you, Navik. 40 seconds or so, and this can still go either way. Marist College has maintained possession and gotten a lot of shots on this game. They just obviously have not been able to get any of those in. And as I say that, nicely done. The Grau demolition resulting in a score. That'll be Marist College's first so far in game 2 of this best of 5. Now down 1-2. 30 seconds left. This is anybody's game again, Navik.
Yeah, and that's the situation that we see, right? 30 seconds left onto the clock. We could see a kickoff goal. All Marist College need to do is put in one more here, and we could be going into overtime. It's completely doable. They just need to get the advantage here and find a breakaway.
Yeah, I always say this, but I love the overtime rules in this game, and especially given that ball does not expire, or time does not expire until the ball hits the ground. Pressure on, and that was a fantastic shot. Lego Maego all over this one. Maybe that's the reason why they substituted Kendall.
Yeah, Lego Maego playing really, really well here off of KJ Kendall, but this is an opportunity for Marist to get a shot on to goal. Grau saves it there, though. 1 second left on the clock. They're going to... Oh, my God. Z-Balls manages to grab it. I thought he was going to be able to chip it over. But
good spike there by University of Delaware in the very end. 2-1 scoreline to end the second game, going again for Delaware. So as Marist College is back up against the wall.
Yeah, once again, if we look over the scorelines, ladies and gentlemen, Grau getting those the top scoring position, or once again, 3 shots onto the goal, 1 save, 2 goals. But Lego Maego doing everything KJ Kendall was doing with the assists, but also getting shots onto goals and a save. So, I mean, I understand the switch a little bit now, kind of playing a similar role to what KJ Kendall was playing. but also, you know, playing a bit more aggressive as well on those rotations. And I think that's what it comes down to, is those aggressive rotations and transitions from defensive positions is important.
Okay. And again, this is a University of Delaware team. 7 total shots. It's 2-1 W. Again, last game, the 2-0, we saw 8 total shots. I believe that one was score-wise was entirely one person's shots, right? Only goals from one person for Delaware.
Yes, yeah, they were all from one player. That is correct.
Gotcha. Server is down for maintenance. I'm going to be rejoining this. We'll be back with you guys in just a couple seconds. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're here in Game 3, possibly the last game between the University of Delaware and Marist College. FBI Tugboat here, joined with the Wild Man Navik, casting, producing, all that stuff. I have a couple important responsibilities this cast as well, right?
Yeah, you're keeping track of the score. It's always appreciated. It's always good for analytics and statistics.
Oh, you know what this means? This means the casters actually do control the outcome of this game, because they can play whatever, but whatever I put in that Google sheet is what's going to be, the God honest truth. Right?
Well, no, it will be double checked. But it'll be
oh man,
but
I was already letting the power get in my head.
We are going to immediately get into the game here. Once again, Marist College down 2. They are put into a situation where they are going to have to reverse sweep the opposition of University of Delaware.
Yeah, I mean, this is the circumstance we saw last time, the last game of the Founders Invitational between Navik and myself. Team getting rolled 2 games, coming back in third game, winning in overtime, and pushing all the way to Game 5 and taking the dub. Almost first shot coming in there. Lego Mayoga getting real aggressive. Call this guy the Bomber.
Yeah, here we go. Once again, all right, Grau taking control. Cypher challenging it. Good challenge coming out there for Marist College, letting Tones get revived after that demolition, buying themselves some time. Went out. We're already a minute into the game. It feels like we just started.
Yeah, it really does. Lego Mayoga with 2 demolitions there, actually. Last time we were talking about how that really didn't do them any favors, but this time that was really just, I think, kind of a result of team not being fully set up, because otherwise that would have been, 2/3 of your players gone. That would have been easy W's all day long, as it was. Great rebound from the remaining player, and, no harm, no foul. Nobody scored on that one.
No, once again, the pressure is on the University of Delaware for the first time in a while, right? Because they've just been able to score and find goals. Marist, of course, putting them in a fairly defensive position at the end of that last game. So is this Marist College that has finally kind of come with it? There's an opportunity. Nobody going for the offensive.
That is Heartbreak Hotel here for Mr. 2,000 pounds. Tones right there. Did not, that was an attempted guillotine, and we've seen that many, many times. Obviously, Tones is a player, just by watching this, 7 minutes now, that this is a guy who can get it done. He knows how to do the aerials. He knows how to do it, but that was just a bare difference of, just a couple of degrees off on that angle. Nothing doing. Again, this game approaching halftime, where we have seen both in games 1 and 2, somebody score at least in the first minute.
Yeah, and now coming out once again. All right, Marist College, though, it's still 0-0, but the ball possession has been in favor, I think, for the over majority of the game for Marist College, which will be a first coming into this set.
Yeah, this is I think, third time pressure has been on Marist College, and every time they do exactly that. Cypher or Tones has been able to get this ball over on the side, and they always hit it from left to right side midfield. There's not been some huge long balls just sending out the other way, or long shots onto goal. Really a different team that we've seen so far. Pressure is on. Looks like they're making the most of it.
Yeah, all right, once again here, Z-Ball, all right, Human L getting a touch. Looking to set up for his team. Out of boost. Isn't going to be able to get the momentum. Growl, though, sets it up. Re-centers it. They get it past one of the Delaware players here. Human L rotating back defensively. I like that. Clearing it straight back into Marist's court.
UD has had a player back every single time. There's several different times that we would have seen a Marist College with many, many higher numbers in that right side of the box up top here if University of Delaware did not have somebody playing back, somebody playing defensively exactly where they need to be, and rotating when they want to as well. Z-Ball getting one in. Minute and a half left, and this is Marist College in the driver's seat for the first time of this matchup.
Yeah, Marist College finding the first goal, like you said, is super duper important, as they're now going to have the momentum. They want to come back, right? If you're a Marist College fan or perhaps even a student, right, and you're watching the stream, you're very excited right now.
Yeah, this is where the Cinderella story starts. This is where the comeback of the century does occur, or does generate. I don't know. I'm trying to use fancy words. Moving along here. 1 minute 17 seconds left. Marist College in the driver's seat again. They really want to put up another quick one here to put the ball fully into University of Delaware's court and force them to score twice in a minute.
Yeah, and they are doing a good job at that, right? They're putting in the work if that's the objective they're trying to reach towards. Grau here, trying to touch it. All right, gets it past one. He is going to be able to find that goal.
Wow. Okay, so let's watch. Let's see that in instant replay. This is going over not one but two players. Cypher right there, and both actually. Yeah, both of the players actually. Zebol, great awareness there, good positioning. Sorry. Good awareness once he realized that the positioning where he wasn't ideal, and not going for the ball, but then instead going for a goal to try and block. Now, he didn't get it, of course, but the attempt was there, and that was a difference of a millisecond, really, right? Like, yeah. That ball could have been blocked in different situations.
No, absolutely. He played that well. That was a good offensive rotation coming out. And now in a 1-1 situation, I think it's in both, or it's obviously in both of these teams' best interest to try and find a goal and not let it go to overtime. But with how we've seen this game go, Marist College finds the opportunity, and they're going to put it in.
Wow. So Grau down bottom, not able to get to that one. Did he get tapped? Yeah, that was Tones in his way. Nicely done. Okay. See, that's what these replays allow for, just really, really awesome micro plays like that, right? Like, you don't get better. You don't always need to pass the ball necessarily, right? That is the definition of assist all day long.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it definitely worked out for them there, right? Now having a goal lead up, 20 seconds left onto the clock. Even if they make a mistake and Delaware finds a goal, they're going into overtime. I don't see Delaware scoring 2 goals in 15 seconds.
No, it's not the way these two teams have been playing. Nobody is giving scores up easily in this. Now this is a Marist College team that just wants to keep this ball up in the air and away from their goal. Just eat up this last 3 seconds of time, let this tap on the bottom again. They're not going to touch it? No, that was just a really, really long pass by the University of Delaware. Here it comes. Marist College says no go. Marist College going to be your winners of Game 3 here. Now 2-1 in the best of 5 lineup.
Yeah, they're not going down without a fight, right? They're not letting this be a 3-0. Let's have a look at this. Zebol really stepping it up. 4 shots onto the goal, finding those 2 goals. Tones with the 2 assists, right? And we saw him help on that second goal, even more so when he got the bump and the touch away and pushed the opposition of Delaware. And so it really worked out for them. Good communication coming out there. Marist College really proving that they aren't going down without a fight.
Yeah, player of the game, 100% is Tones. Not just the exemplification is that assist that he had. That was just, it wasn't even some huge knock to send this guy all the way, the other side of the map. It was just literally a tiny tap to make it so that I believe that was Grau was not able to get on top of this ball and perform defensively. That was just fantastic Rocket League all the way through. And again, you don't always need to come in 100 miles an hour to demolish somebody or to send their car flying to the other side of the map. Sometimes that is all you need.
Yeah, and now we have another game to play. I'm looking forward to it. I do see that we've got...
Possibly two.
Yeah, 2 players from the University of Delaware, though, leaving the game. So maybe we're seeing some substitutions coming out there.
We have the opportunity. Do you want to give them a minute to discuss it, talk about it?
We're seeing them join up already. KJ Kendall is in now. Everybody does seem to be in.
So Kendall back. Maybe he just, maybe he had to take the trash out. Maybe he had to, eat some food right quick or hydrate, right?
Yeah, I mean, drink water, people. It's important.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here you go. You're not weekly. You're regular reminder to go forth and drink a little bit of water. Hydration is key, and your body literally does everything better when you're hydrated. So go drink some water. Not Gatorade, not soda, not alcoholic beverages. Those of you who are the age of 21 and above.
Right, we are
water, H2O.
Gonna get into game number 3.
Hey, I'm trying to be positive with my public health safety.
Completely reasonable. But you know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to watch some cars hit a ball and play Rocket League, or formerly known as Supersonic Acrobatics Rocket-Powered Battle Cars. And at the moment, Marist College trying to find that first goal.
That was extremely close to it, Navik, and I think this is a Marist College team that would have loved to see that be their first goal of this game, right? Something very early, something kind of even slower, right? Like just straight up, and something that really makes a statement against the University of Delaware.
Yeah, and it would have been a statement indeed. But so far, kind of back into that neutral game, a lot of back and forth.
So something I've noticed here, especially with that one going off, Kindle or Lego My Ego have gotten 9 of the 10 demolitions. If it was just 1 or 2, I'd say that it was on purpose, or it was on accident, excuse me, or it was just an anomaly. But maybe this is a University of Delaware team that's kind of running positions and having players fill out those roles, maybe?
Possibly.
I mean, it's a lot of demolitions.
It's interesting, though, to see that we saw Lego Mayo win 1 game. KJ Kendall, of course, winning the first game as well. So switching back to him, that's a good position to be in if you're a Delaware fan.
Nicely done. Human L here. That doesn't get much better than that. Look at that. That's tones there. That's brawl right up in your face. And this guy bounces it against the ground. Fantastic.
Coming into the kickoff here, Marist College getting it past Grau, and one more of the players. I believe that was the Human L, but they do defensively rotate. Okay, Grau just getting the touch once again, now returning back onto that pressured state.
Well, spending a lot of time over here on the wall. Again, not something we've seen a whole lot. Really, this has been a ground and pound game with this ball spending a little bit of time in corners when players put it there defensively to buy their teammates a little bit of time, frequently after the demolitions have come out, right?
Yeah, the Human L there with an aggressive bump.
Now pressure's on against Marist again. We're heading to close to 2 minutes of game time, but Tones just completely takes that away, and now it's against Delaware. Fantastic job by them. We were talking earlier about one-on-ones, and Marist College has done a much better job of winning those.
Absolutely. KJ Kendall here with good touch. Tones clearing it away here. Grau back on the action, though, recentering it. The Human L sees an opportunity, takes a shot, hits slightly too wide.
Yeah, Kendall had a perfect opportunity there to edge this one out. It was a hard shot to make. No hatred there. We just would have obviously seen a difference in the scorelines had he made it.
Yeah. Now, still though, right? You can't fault Delaware. There's still a goal up at the moment.
Yep, halftime now. No crazy high-scoring games in this matchup between Marist College and the University of Delaware so far, which I gotta say is almost something that you and I have gotten used to over there at the Power 5, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, double-digit games sometimes and things like this.
It does happen. Now, good shot onto goal.
Nicely done, Kendall.
Both of these teams showing that they are, you know, they're pretty well even matched. Although the scoreline is 2-1, like, Marist College, I would not be surprised if we see a couple goals coming out and we go to a game 5.
No, absolutely not. Again, this has been incredibly close. No game so far has been won by more than 2. The first game was a 2-0, second game a 2-1, third game 1-2. So that's a score differential total of 4 between 3 different games?
Yeah, it seems so.
Wild.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That is the second goal coming out, though.
Man. Gotta say, man, that was maybe not an easily defensible ball. That's not something I could have done necessarily. But that's a play. That's a block there that Z-Ball, given his level of skill in Rocket League, usually would have made.
Yeah, I could definitely, from what we've seen out of Z-Ball, would definitely agree with that one.
Oh no.
Okay, Z-Ball though, talking about the man.
Little redemption action.
Definitely redeemed himself.
Yeah, 100%. And again, not that I'm saying that in like a good way. A player at that level, a player that caliber of skill, and a long ball that's gonna land, I think. No, it's not. Oh my goodness. Back and forth, the roller coaster of emotions over here. 3-0 now. University of Delaware taking their biggest lead in a game so far tonight.
Yeah, and the fact that that's the biggest lead is unbelievable.
First long ball too.
Ooh.
Well, first long ball to make the goal, I guess I should say. Both of these teams have been rebounding this the entire lengths of the field left and right, but that is the first one that goes down.
Yeah, and now a minute left onto the clock. Marist College down 3 goals. This is not the place that the Foxes wanted to find themselves in, but that's where they are.
There's entire games that haven't had 3 goals scored in them. If we just, think about history, this is a Marist College team that is not going to score 3 times here. Nobody, I don't think both teams have scored 3 times in a minute yet, right?
Yeah. No, not at all.
both of these teams very good at preventing the kind of that runaway, right? This would be a 2-0 if there was not the super long ball made by University of Delaware. Great shot by them, not taking anything away from them whatsoever. But this could very easily be a different game.
Now,
Another attempted long ball. Cypher is there. Looks like Tone's trying to get on the action, but nothing doing. Not so easily, at least.
yeah, once again, this might be goal number 4 coming out for Delaware as KJ Kendall sets it up. Grau stealing it away. Actually, causing for the... Okay, are they looking to get a rotation here for a really long clear? Yeah, right. L gets it to Kendall. Kendall misses. Maybe that was on purpose. With us 5 seconds left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's safe to say that we can congratulate the University of Delaware for taking the series. But we've also got to highlight Marist College. Put in a fight there, took a round off of them, was looking for that reverse comeback. I think we were all secretly hoping for that Cinderella story. But a final look, Grau, once again for the 3rd game that his team has won, and I believe all 4 games, has been the top point player on his team. 2 goals, 2 shots. Yeah, I think he's scored every single goal except for 1.
No. I think in the game that Marist College won the 3rd one, I think, not 100% sure, but I think that Lego My Ego scored more than he did. But your point is that Grau was a very, very good player who contributed a lot to that, and that statement is not incorrect whatsoever.
No, yeah, very consistent. And I mean, all of these players played extremely well. But we will be hopping into a quick break momentarily as we prepare, ladies and gentlemen, for Canisius College playing against Niagara University. We'll be right back with more Rocket League action in just a moment.